So, how do we compare to other institutions in terms of student space? This was one of my favorite graphs from Hans's report, or favorite tables, I should say. UBC likes to talk about how we're a global institution and how we compete with U of T primarily in Canada because we're a world-ranked institution. But here's a couple other universities, engineering programs. Waterloo, they've got a few more students than us, at 600 more I should say, at 4,600. And a square feet per student basis, they have 3 times as many as us for social space. They have 11 times as much as us for study space. And even with our planned expansions in student space, that is, if the Engineering Student Center is built to our specifications, we'll still have less than Waterloo per student. Alberta as well. If you'll notice, the heading on the left column there is a new space. So that's space that they are creating, not their total overall amount of space. 7 times as much space as us currently is the amount of space that they're creating for study space right now. So there's a huge push at Waterloo and the University of Alberta to increase spots for students. So I've talked to you a little bit about need. Well, I think money speaks, and these students definitely spoke. There was a referendum that was passed in 2008 to increase student fees. So $15 a year in the first year, and then up to $30 next year, and then $50. It's remaining indexed to CPI, will mean that students are contributing $2.4 million to this building. The UBC through the Informal Learning Space Committee has also agreed to contribute $250,000, and the faculty has generously agreed to fundraise the additional $2.4 million. So this gives us an overall project budget of $5.1 billion. Million. What did I say? Million? Oh, I was really excited. I was like thinking provincial government.
That's for phase 2.
So that's what we've got. So what have we done so far on the project? This is a bunch of university jargon that basically means the students, faculty, and staff got together and made a steering committee and have started working on this project ever since the referendum. And for 2 years before that as well, there were some consultations that were done. So we've received basic approval from the university and from the faculty for this project, and with that approval, we did a feasibility study. We commissioned an architecture firm to come in and examine the feasibility of our project and our plan.
Why
and
not
those
an engineering firm?
There was a public RFP proposal, and the architects won out, I'm sorry to say. But those are some of the results of their feasibility study at the back there. And with this feasibility study, we can now proceed for more approval from the university, and we're hoping to gain these 2 levels of approval in summer so that we're able to select an architect for the fall. So that's where we're at. All of this will let us move towards construction in summer 2011. Construction usually takes about a year, but this is all dependent on fundraising. So what that means is if we don't have the money in the bank, a year from now we won't be able to move forwards with our timeline, and we're going to be stuck with the rats in the attic. So what have we done today? We've been doing things like this, organizing reunions. The alumni in our campaign committee have been really great for that. And one of the alumni who's not here tonight organized a reunion for the MEC 84s. And tonight, EUS Presidents are here. And coming up, we've got MEC 82s, as well as the Old Elephant Guard, which I'm told is MEC 77. We've got in-kind donations for a lighting control system, as well as 30% of concrete and aggregate. So we're starting to move towards where we need to be, but we're still a long way to go. So I've talked to you about the project in general, but what will this project actually mean to students? It will have a huge impact, and I don't really know how to communicate that to you, the desire of students to have this space and what it will really mean to you. But I thought I'd show you some pictures. So this is an example of some of the group project work that we hope would go on in the building. Like I said before, 70% of students are commuters. This will give them a place to relax between classes. They won't feel like they need to sit out on a park bench, as lovely as Vancouver weather often is. It means a lot to the EUS too. As much as we will be appealing to the student body at large, a strong EUS means a strong student body, and this building will help us increase the quality of our events and our services. Whether it's our 2 weeks of frosh activities, which is the most of any undergraduate society on campus, little plug there, if there are any science spies. We won't tell them. As well as barbecues, the traditional sort of social activities from Tuesday meetings and such. It'll also mean that tutoring sessions could be conducted inside, again, as lovely as our Vancouver weather could be. And we could have meetings where we didn't have to stack our club presidents on top of each other. So I thought those were a few tidbits that I'd share with you. So I'm going to stop talking now, but just to sum up, students really, really need this building. It's not only about the quality of the space, but also about the quantity of the space. We want space that will increase our students' academic, social, and professional success. We have a startup solution. We've got a vision for what we think this building will look like. And we see it really as a hub for community, and we see it as a hub for collaboration. We've got a pretty strong team. We're working together quite well on the campaign committees as well as the steering committees. And we're really confident that we can move this project forwards.